Hey there team, Kim Barrow here. I want to take a few minutes and go over your Fitness on Your Terms Challenge workbook. This workbook, I basically designed it to kind of mirror what I used to do with my personal training clients. I ran group trainings, and so they would be about 6 weeks long. And during the first week, we would sit down and we would set out our goals, take measurements and photos. We would talk about what's going to be hard so we could plan ahead and not be thrown off course. And it really, really helped to just lay the foundation for the rest of their challenge. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to give you the best foundation possible so that you can get the most out of your program and the most out of this challenge, okay? So we're going to take a few minutes, like I said, and just go through each part. So go ahead and grab it now. I'll wait. And we'll just kind of fill it out together. Okay, so the first page basically just says, welcome to the rest of your life and congratulations on taking this challenge and committing to yourselves. This challenge is changing lives every day and we are so glad you've decided to jump on board. This is so true, guys. I've been running these for a while now, and the people who really apply themselves in these challenges and dive in and really give it their all are literally changing their lives. This is the ability to be one of the greatest decisions you have ever made, a true turning point in your life, and the last time you start over. Included in this workbook is everything you need to plan and track your progress over the course of your challenge. Before day one, we will go through it all and make sure you have a clear why, a path to get there, and a way to stay motivated as you go. But we can't do it for you. You have to put in the time, and that's so important. I can't drag you along on this. Do your workouts, drink Shakeology daily, check in with the group, and I promise you won't regret it, and I hold to that. You will not regret this if you apply yourselves. It's only 8 weeks, team. We can do this. Okay, so the checklist, print it out, have your workout program ready, read through all the workout program material. I really recommend that you go through everything that came in your box. There's a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but I've had a couple people who get about a week in and aren't looking at the schedule. They're just like, because they haven't gone through everything. So be an advocate for yourself and make sure that you go through everything that came with your program. Make a shopping list from the program nutritional guide or those 10 Eat Clean principles that I always post in the group. Those are great to follow as well. And remove any foods from your house that don't align with your healthy lifestyle. Okay? Super duper important. Get rid of everything that you don't need. Okay? I know it sounds drastic and some of you may be saying it's wasteful, but it's the only way that you're going to be truly successful from day one. Get rid of it. Your kids don't need it either, I promise. Okay, have your monthly supply of Shakeology, take before photos, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Take measurements, create your goals, log on to beachbodychallenge.com and register for the challenge. This is where you'll get your free shirt when you're done with your program and where you can win a bunch of money. If you log your workouts each day in the super gym, they give out $500 every single day just for people who are scheduling their workouts on the website. Pretty cool. And then they give out weekly prizes. I think weekly they give out $1,000, and then monthly, quarterly, and at the end of the year they give out $100,000. You know, and it's not always people who have lost a ton of weight. It's just people who have had inspiring stories and have changed their lives through fitness. And then teambeachbody.com and complete your profile. And that's just so that you can access all of the great information on that website. Okay, so the next page is the health and fitness contract, and we're going to read this one through, okay? So the purpose of this contract is to commit in writing to the entire challenge process. This is truly a commitment you are making to yourself. As you write each commitment, say it out loud and take a moment to listen to yourself. This is truly the last time you start over. Believe it. Isn't it exciting? Think about that. You never have to be like, oh, I'm going to get in shape. No, this is it, guys. This is where we're going to start this cycle of you just living a healthy lifestyle. Okay? So where it said there to say it out loud, I will completely admit that I used to think that the whole affirmation thing was a lot of hooey. I will admit it. But over the last couple months, as I've set some really big goals for myself, both fitness and personal and spiritual, it helps so much every morning just to say out loud those things that I'm really wanting to accomplish. And it helps me to believe that it can really happen. So if you really want to achieve something, say it out loud. Make yourself believe it, okay? So there are 4 things that I must commit to in order to achieve my goals. 1, an exercise program. So I will commit to follow blank schedule or a modified schedule of blank days per week. Make any additional exercise program commitment statements here. Now, in there, most of you will just follow the schedule that came with your program. However, some of you who have finished programs or are moving on to different things, I have helped you put together programs that you can follow at the gym. Some of you are training for races, and so I've worked running days in there, so those would be your additional statements there. So make sure that you know exactly what you're signing on for. If you're doing T25, that's a 6-day-a-week program. If you're doing P90X, it's a 6-day-a-week program. However, you can modify those. If you don't have 6 days a week, talk to me. I can help you put a program together that will work for you so that you're not being super overwhelmed. My husband, I think I've mentioned this before, did P90X in 180 days instead of 90 because he really only had 3 to 4 days to work out each week. So we just took a little bit longer to get through it, but it was totally okay. But that was his commitment, was 3 to 4 days a week, depending on his work schedule. And, you know, that was his deal. So make sure you write that down. Number 2, a healthy diet. I commit to drinking at least 8 glasses of water each day, eating a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats. I will follow the 10 Eat Clean principles or commit fully to the nutritional guide that accompanied my program. Make any additional diet commitment statements here. So if you're trying to cut out dairy, which you don't have to do, but if that's something you want to do, write that down. If you are trying to, limit your sugar intake, write that down. If there's something that you really want to tackle personally, nutritionally, put those in your additional statements there. But other than that, we really want to either focus on those 10 Eat Clean principles, which is totally something you can follow for the rest of your life, or fully committing to that nutritional guide that came with your program. Now, some of those programs come with pretty intense nutritional guides, so look it over. And I would say that if you want to give it a try, commit to it for an entire week, even if the first 2 days are super hard. Get through an entire week, and then maybe, okay, this is a little too involved, so I'm going to switch to the 10 Eat Clean principles. But at least give it a whole week so that you really know and you can feel the difference there and make an informed decision about what the best nutrition choice for you is, okay? Next one, staying positive. I will not let one small slip up convince me that I'm stupid, worthless, or a lost cause. I will respect myself by refusing to engage in verbal self-abuse, and I will find positive ways to comfort and support myself when I'm having a hard time. Make any additional commitment statements here. So if you're one of those who is already like 1 foot in, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. This program's really hard. It's intense. I don't know if I have it in me, to get it done. I don't have the time, block it all away. You are doing this. You are in this. And if for some reason you hit a wall, that's what I'm here for. Reach out to your coach. Let us help you, okay? We can either find you a new program or we can help you tweak what you have. Your end game, your end result goal stays the same no matter which path we find in the middle to get you there, okay? So stay positive. We're going to get you to that end goal. All right, taking responsibility. This is my very favorite, so listen up. I choose to be in charge of my own decisions and behavior. I will not talk, think, or act as if my child, spouse, cravings, or subconscious made me do it. I will ask myself what's most important to me at that moment and make my decision. If I don't like the consequences, I will try something different the next time. Make any additional commitment statements here. So for instance, we have people who, it's my birthday this week. What am I going to do? For me, my birthday is my birthday. We usually have a delicious breakfast. We're going to go out to dinner. I'm going to get dessert, okay? And that's okay because I'm going to get right back into things the next day. But if I go so out of control that like I'm all bloated the next day or I don't have the energy that I need, I'm going to reevaluate, and next time there's a celebration, maybe pull back a little bit. Make sense? So it's not about like, oh, I blew it on my birthday. I quit for this week. I'm going to wait till next Monday. No way, man. It's up to you to take responsibility for your actions and realize that you are never a failure. Every failure is just an opportunity to learn how to do it better next time. Okay? So take responsibility for yourself and learn how you can do better next time. Okay? Okay, 10 reasons why. This is so important, you guys. I really want you to write these down. Write out 10 reasons why you have chosen to take this challenge. Okay? And they can be anything. And you're going to notice that you'll be able to write like 3 or 4 things down really easily. And then you're going to have to start digging a little deeper and a little deeper to get to 10. But don't stop until you get to 10. Because I'm going to guess that when you get to that 10th one, you're going to get to the real reason why you want to do this. And that's going to be the one that keeps you going on those days when things get tough, okay? So you want to lose 15 pounds. Sweet, that's a great reason. Why? Why do you want to lose 15 pounds? So I'll fit into my jeans. Why? Why do you want to fit into your jeans? So that I feel more confident. Okay, why? So that I'm not, so I can be more present with my kids. Why? So I can be a better mom. And you're just going to keep going until you really see that this challenge, this journey, this choice that you have made is life-changing. And these 10 reasons are going to be what's going to pull you through the tough times. Okay, SMART goals. We've all been taught the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound, okay? So what are your goals? We want you to set some milestone goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic, and put a date to those goals so you are sure to make it happen. Okay, so by the end of week 2, what are you hoping to see? Maybe it's something as simple as, I'm hoping that I'm getting all my water in, or I want my jeans to fit a little bit better. I want to be able to make it through all the workouts. Where do you want to be at the end of week 2? 2 more weeks. Where do you want to be? And you can write your weight goals down there. If that's the most important thing to you in this challenge, you can write your energy levels. You can write maybe if this is just getting easier to work into your schedule, anything. What are your goals? But write them down. And as we hit each of those 2, 4, 6, 8 week things, I'm going to have you refer back to this and see how you're doing. Okay? Okay, so rewards and celebrations. Now, this is one of those that I kind of sat on the fence with. But being on my own journey and like setting my own goals right now, I am noticing that just giving me that little reward is so sweet. It's just something you really enjoy. So whether that's a pedicure when you hit your weight goal, or whether that's, a night out with your husband, eating at a fabulous restaurant when you've gone, 2 whole weeks sticking to your meal plan, fantastic. Whatever your rewards and celebrations are going to be, I do recommend that you try not to make them all food, food related, just so that you can see that you can find happiness in other things. Mine is always a pedicure. When I hit a goal, I usually go get a pedicure, and that's the only time I get it done. Or a facial, or a new shirt, or a day out with your kids, or something fun. Just write that down and make sure that you're holding steady to that, okay? No more excuses. Okay, so this is probably one of the most important pages in this workbook, okay? Because a lot of us start things like this already with a lot of self-talk that's like, okay, well, I work, 60 hours a week, or I've got 4 kids, or my husband works shifts, or I work shifts, and it's just going to be so hard for me to get in. Excuses. I understand that that's reality, but they're excuses. You can find a way to make health and fitness fit into your schedule if you're willing to do the work. If you want something bad enough, you will find a way to make it work, okay? So I want you to write all those excuses down. So your nutrition excuses. What is the hardest part for nutrition for you? I'm not at home all day and everybody goes out to lunch. Write it down and figure out how you're going to fix it. I'm going to pack my lunch for me. Okay, so what's your next excuse? Maybe it's, we don't have any money, we can't buy healthy food. Okay, so you're going to get the coupons out, you're going to do a little planning, and you're going to find a way to hit your nutrition goals without breaking the bank. It can be done. Okay, so write down all those goals. Exercise excuses. I have a bad back. Yes, that is a legit issue. That's a legit issue. And maybe if you have a bad back, T25 or P90X is not going to be the greatest option for you. There are lots of other things that you can do to reach your goals. You just have to write it all down, talk to your coach, and let us help you, okay? So all those exercise excuses, I'd have to get up at 5, or how are you going to combat not having enough time, or, your workout space is so small. I've heard them all, don't worry. So if you have excuses that you can't find a how to fight it for, let us know, okay? Let's do this together. Okay, measurements. I am going to be posting in the group a video about how to get really good photos. And I encourage you to share your day 1 photos with the group. I do ask, ladies, that you keep your clothes on because we do have some guys in the group. A form-fitting workout top and some workout shorts works just fine. I do, however, suggest that you do take sports bra or bikini shirts or whatever, or bikini shots for yourself, or for your online presence. But for our groups, I like to keep everybody in clothes. And so I would love to see your day 1 photos. I'm going to be creating a folder with each of your names, as you add your photos, and then you can add your day 1, your day 30, and then finally our day 60, so we can all see how we're all changing and growing, okay? Measurements. Most of your programs will come with specific ways to take measurements. There's also a guide there on teambeachbody.com where you can keep track of them in there, or I have given you, this little guide that you can fill out. So you have a couple different options there for tracking your progress. I just want to make sure that you're doing it somehow. Make sure that your measurements and photos and weight and whatnot are taken. Okay, so this 60-day tracker I'm kind of in love with it. I have it, I don't want to move the iPad, but I have it literally taped to my mirror, and I start a new 60-day one, every 60 days. And I love being able to come, when I get out of the shower, I just cross it off, and then I kind of make sure that I have the whole week planned for when I'm going to get my workouts in. Now, what I do is I actually write in the little square. So I give you a spot to write your weight and your waist measurement, because that's the least I want you to be tracking each week. If you want to do a full set of measurements, I think that's a great idea, but at least your waist and your weight each week. But I actually write in there what time each workout's going to be. So that makes me go to my planner. Every Sunday night is when I do mine. And I see what we've got going on in the day. And right now I'm at a point where I can work out basically at 5 a.m. every morning. But for a while there, I needed to work out later in the day. And so I would look at our schedule and say, okay, I can work out at 9 a.m. that day. I can work out at nap time this day. I'm going to have to work out in the evening that day. But write it down in there. That's something that has helped me to kind of like commit, this is when I'm going to get my workout in. And then you can cross it off each day. And it's a beautiful thing. Okay, it's just a little daily reminder that you're in this. Okay, so the next few pages are all about making sure that your house is somewhere where you can be successful. This is probably the hardest part for people in the beginning because most people live with others. They have kids, they have spouses that maybe aren't 100% on board. Little side note, try to get your husband on board, your wife on board. Get them to do the program with you. It's so much easier that way. But if they're not, it's okay. We're here to support you. But I want you to go into your pantry and you're going to write down all of the healthy, wonderful things that fall in line with the 10 Eat Clean principles or your nutritional guide. And if there's a bunch of stuff in your pantry that you don't want to write down, get rid of it. I'm promising you guys, this is so important. Just get rid of it and schedule in on your meal plan when you're going to get your treat in, okay? Schedule it in. Once a week, I'm going to have a little bowl of ice cream. But I'm going to go out and make it an event. We're going to go get it. We're not going to have it in our house just to grab. You don't need to have convenience ice cream. You don't. I promise. Okay, so the same thing with your fridge and freezer inventory. Go through it and write down all the wonderful, healthy, nutrient-dense foods that you have that are ready to help you meet your goals. And if there's a bunch of stuff in there that you don't want to write down in this list, get rid of it. You don't need it. I'm going to give you some ideas because I know our freezer is great for convenience foods. But the frozen burritos and the tater tots and the Hot Pockets and things like that, get rid of them. If you're one of those that needs convenience foods in your freezer, please let me know right away because I have lots of resources. And in one Saturday, you can fill your freezer back up with those types of foods that you've made yourself. It's cheaper, it's way better for you, and it's going to keep you going towards your goals because this is 60 days that you are in it, which means your family is in it whether they want to be or not. And I have little kids. I have a husband who's not always 100% on board with eating 100% clean and healthy. So I get that you get a little resistance, but in the end, they are going to thank you. Just a little bit about me. I come from a wonderful, wonderful family, but we ate because we loved food, and we ate lots of sweets, and we baked. I had lots of sisters, and it was wonderful. But I had to teach myself how to eat vegetables and how to eat well as an adult. So do your families a favor, do your children a favor, and teach them about proper control and knowing that you can enjoy yourself on your birthday or maybe even once a week or whatever, however you want to look at it. But every other day, we're going to feed our bodies appropriately and eat with purpose, okay? I promise they'll thank you later. So you've got those inventories and then the weekly planners, okay? So I've given you one for each week of our challenge and also a shopping list. So you don't have to keep coming back in and opening up the workbook. So you've got a shopping list and a weekly planner for every single week. And I'm hoping that'll help you to just make it a little bit more convenient to plan ahead. I cannot stress the importance of a weekly meal plan. I just can't. If you don't have a plan in hand when Monday comes around, it is going to be really hard for you to on the fly make good decisions. Clean eating is my way of life, but if I haven't written out a meal plan, I struggle with making good choices on the fly. So I write everything down. I have snack options, I have lunch options. Dinners are planned out to a T, and we do all of our grocery shopping at the beginning of the week, and the only food in our house is the food that fills those meals, okay? I don't think the zombie apocalypse is coming this week, all right? So don't feel like you have to go to Sam's Club and buy all the freezer junk just in case, okay? All right? Like I said, I'll help you make healthier options there just in case. Because we do get busy and life happens. It happens to me too. We end up at restaurants when we don't want to. We need something quick to grab, and that's why I love having those freezer meals that you will make yourself, okay? So I'm hoping that filling this workbook out has put you in the frame of mind to really take the next 60 days, tackle them, and really become the person or start becoming the person that you really want to be. Please let me know if at this point you have any questions at all, if there's anything that we can do for you, or if you don't feel ready or you're still feeling overwhelmed. Let us know, and good luck.